Hi everyone, it's Sister Jenna from America Meditating Radio. I hope you've been enjoying Wiseish, which you can get live on Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube from 8:30 a.m. to 8:45. But you can also get it on demand 24/7. It's going to be your power boost for the morning. It's your daily dose for the soul. It's just going to encourage you to make the day that much more valuable. So join us. Looking forward to seeing you. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wiseish. So nice to have you. It's your daily dose for the day, and it's your power boost to keep your mind up and about and just thriving. Right now, we're really looking at how much we are using our minds. I mean, because we're so much on technology right now, and why I like that this is just 15 minutes, that I'm just hoping that in this 15 minutes, you're okay, that you just take this 15 minutes to just be inspired for the whole day. So, as I was saying, that our minds are working overtime 24/7. Just imagine if you're on Zoom meetings all day long, if you're on the internet all day long, or if you're in your social media, whatever it might be, you're thinking. Yes, our fingers are scrolling up and down, and yes, we're swiping left or right, and yes, we're punching numbers to get connected to somebody else. But at the same token, actually everything is happening right here. Isn't that interesting? It fascinated me recently because, not recently, I've had a thought about it for a long time, but recently I've been shifting where I want my thoughts to go. And my thoughts for the last, over, let's say 3 decades, and I know I don't look it, but the thoughts for the last 3 decades have been really deeply focused on self-transformation and my connection to the divine. So I have loved that, and it has served me. But I've never really thought about sometimes being even more specific with my thoughts. And so I thought to myself in the last 2 months, what if I were to redesign my thinking completely? Where you could actually rewire your brain to start to return to you a signal that is different than the one that you've been having for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. It's possible. Science has proven that you can rewire your brain, which means you can rewire the way that you're thinking, and you can get completely different results. There is factual proof of that. There's a research that Dr. Joe Dispenza has been doing in which he can actually do imaging on your brain. And based on the imaging of the brain, he can determine if you are about to encounter a realization. Imagine that. Now, whether it's relationships, finance, the health of your body, the mental state that you're in, the environment, the way of the world, everything revolves around energy. And energy is supported by thoughts. If we have thoughts that are based on, we can say a lower vibration, thoughts that are very average, thoughts that are based on the external realities of life, thoughts that are inspired by your past, perhaps, thoughts that are connected to desires of a future that's not even clear in your head. Those thoughts create a disturbance in your system. I don't know how many of you are aware of that, but they actually create a disturbance in your system, and more than anything else, they go against your natural nature as to who you really are and why we are here. So when it comes to healing, whatever sector of your life you need, a relationship, your finances, your health, it has to start right here in your mind. And since we are a soul in a body, having an experience, it is important for us to really begin to identify the power of our own thoughts and how these thoughts determine our future and where they take us. So time and time again, we are being given opportunities to think in a different way. And when we choose to think in a different way, it will also change our circumstances. So now, let's take a minute, and I'd like you to imagine just for a moment a particular situation in your life right now at this period in your life. Think about the way you would like something to be, just for a minute. Whether it's in your marriage, whether it's in your health, whether it's with your finance, think about what you would really like it to be. Okay, now you had an idea of that, right? You know what your thoughts would be like. This is the amount of money that I'd like. This is how I want my health to be. This is how I want this relationship to be. You have a thought about it, correct? And it's a thought that's projected into the future, correct? All right. Now I'd like you to be honest with the self and begin to really identify, how do you actually think about that current situation? Whether it's your finance, whether it's the relationship, whether it is the health. Do you think my spouse, my partner, my mother, my father, my sister, my uncle is like this? They are that. And it's more of a critique. It's more of a judgment. It's more of something from sorrow or pain. Have you had that thought? Now I want you to think about maybe it's your health. Maybe you're thinking you're sick, my back hurts, my neck hurts, I have this disease, this is happening, I have to do this. If you're thinking right, see how that thought is like, you can almost feel like it's a reality for you, whether it's a relationship, whether it's the health. Let's say you're struggling to pay the rent this month, or you're struggling to take care of your affairs. And as you're thinking, you can feel it as a reality that I don't know if I'm going to have enough money to pay my rent. And you can feel it. Okay. As real as that thought is, I'm going to invite you to heal those thoughts this morning. Ready? Take a deep breath and exhale. And I want you to really, really focus now on allowing your thoughts to sit in the awareness that you, the soul, are quite powerful, quite capable, very much aware. And let's say for a moment you're going to transcend the current reality that you have conditioned your mind to believe is a reality. And at this particular moment, you're going to heal your mind from that pattern of thinking and accept what I am ordaining right now is optimum health. And when you decide, whatever it is, whether you're ordaining abundance to pay the bills, whether you are ordaining the love to forgive your spouse or to trust your friend or your in-law or your partner, whether it is you're ordaining to acknowledge the strength and the beauty of the person you fell in love with at the beginning, that's right now, right here, this very moment, transcend your past and make the future thought that you had 10 minutes ago come right here into the present moment and feel it. Hold that thought until it feels as alive and rich as the one that you had when you think you didn't have money, the relationship isn't good. I want you now to say, here at this exact moment, with no traces of the past, I'm ordaining this. Feel it. We have the capacity to heal our mind from being so attached to thoughts that are wasteful or negative. Those wasteful and negative thoughts, which are connected to being critical, judgmental, angry, frustrated, disappointed, disheartened, all of those thoughts are taking away the power to ordain what we deserve as God's children. So that very simple practice is something you can do today, every hour in the hour. Will ordain what your reality needs to be today for you, every hour in the hour. Until feel it, make it come to life. Feel it, see it, experience it. And even if you'd like to take it a step further, talk about it to your friends and family members so it gets reinforced. Let it be reinforced in your system. Okay? So we have the capacity to heal the mind. It will require a little bit of this discipline, some consistency, no doubt, but you have to just keep making it alive. And the hardest thing about transforming your patterns of thinking is because we're so lazy. We don't want to change our pattern of thinking, even if it's not good for you. I've watched people have the same pattern of thinking for years and it's not serving them any purpose, but they don't want to change their way of thinking. They become lazy. So I'm inviting you, wake up, inspire yourself, become proactive, become alert, become aware of how much capacity and strength that you have in you, and be patient. You'll see the results coming, knocking at your door, like in an abundant way. All right? Okay. So let's see what your beautiful blessing and moment is for this morning. All right. This is a great one. So your blessing for this morning is you are the one, you know the three aspects of time because you recognize the benefit in every situation, and you remain stable and unshakable like a brave warrior. You are the one who sees the three aspects of time. There's a beginning to everything, there's a middle, and there's an end, and then of course a new beginning. By recognizing the benefit in every situation, and you remain unshakable and steady, you are a brave spiritual warrior. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us on Wiseish, and feel free to keep sharing your wonderful comments and sharing the program with your friends and family. We really enjoy our 15 minutes of time together with you, and just wish you really all the best. And to be able to find causes and things that are happening in the world nowadays that you can dedicate your life to. This is no more the time to just sit back and do nothing with your life. This is the time to become more engaged and more active than ever before. So please, enjoy living your life wise-ishly, and don't forget that the power to really move forward in your life will always start with a thought. All right. Take care and thanks for joining us. See you tomorrow.